I took the Billy cool back, then I hopped in the car. I put the in front of the Billy in front of the driver. And man, sit there in the road, right, wow. I'm still double, ties, huh? I'm in the coupe by myself. I had to kick her though when I was flying. Act like they find it, telling them lies. Acting like they the one created this and they get all this dream.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Good. 180. What's up?
Mayfield to throw on the first play. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Run. What's up?
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Hey, 180. Real. Up. What's up?
Here's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing, Young. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Ready. 50, green. Cut.
A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ready. Young, 43. Ready.
Here's Young. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Let's go. Room 32.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Set.
3rd down, Young from the gun. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now Mayfield. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it with 2nd down. The Bucs at 5 and 4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
Mayfield and the troops staying out and going for it on 4th.
Kings, Kings, Kings! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Up! Hey, alert, alert! Alert, alert! What's that? What's that?
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Unable to corral him. He fights through. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Here we go. 45, right, black ultra. Set, cut.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Come on, set. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he stopped immediately there. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. There's the Panthers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
But they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
He may go. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Bucky Irving. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to add on to that lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Naimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
When you look at this defense, they sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Young to throw it. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 6. Young quickly to the flat. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. It's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
To the air once more, Young. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Through the middle of the field. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football, as they've got it as we resume action. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
43. Ready?
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Ready? Come on, set.
Young to throw it this time. It's caught by Sanders. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll go again here with Hubbard. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, they're going to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Let's go.
Young. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew 35-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That'll give him 8 that time, and he'll be left with second and a couple.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. Running the toss to Irving. And everyone on their assignment defensively there as he'll be taken down behind the line. 3rd and 5.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
Regular. Hey, alert. Stop.
Mayfield to throw it. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Hey, alert. Stop.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28. Give them 18 on the play.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now. Right, 60, room 32. Hut.
They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
36-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, Young. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Ready.
Young to throw. That one complete to again. And he is going to have the Panthers for... down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. In motion goes the tight end. Young now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here we go. 10 black. Red, yellow. Ready.
Young will set to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They need 18 yards here on third down. Now Young. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Powers ahead at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Muscle up, we got the plyometric. Ran about the lux when that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, people diabetic. They mouth be full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette, the LA yelling.
What's up?
They'll start with the option. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
20. What's up?
Once again, it's Irving. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throw it. Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try it now with Irving. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Sam Laporta as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
Young. Checks this down to Hubbard. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Young. And he can't hang on to it. And the screen never got started.
As soon as he leaped out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go. Ready?
Looking to throw, Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
On the set. 6, 7, set. 10 black. Set, huh?
It'll be Young again. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set, hut. Ready.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Slide scoop. Here we go. Set. 33, yellow. Red, yellow. Hut, hut.
Again, it's Young. That is caught. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
Red, 38. You don't move. Set.
Throwing, Young. And it is caught at the 10-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Blaster, 6. Let's go now. Claws red. Spike, white. Set.
Here is Young. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Set. Ready.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Xavier Legette, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point safely through. And the lead is down to 24.
31. Panthers 7. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've got to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Hurry! 180! What's up?
Now a give, Irving running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Hurry! 180! Hey, alert! Dad!
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down, stopped at the Panthers' 42. 121 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Regular. What's up?
They'll try and run here with Irving. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
What's that? Dad!
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
43.
Now here's Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Let's go now. 10 black. Cut.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Young. Got a man. That's Liggett. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting in that direction, you tend to go towards him. Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Okay,
I guess
ready?
they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
40.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And the throw here, that's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
And we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Point it right, point it right.
On the handoff, this is Irving. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
152 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Watch out!
And room there to work it inside the 25. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Good. 180. Watch out!
They run out of the gun with Urban. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
Here's a handoff to Urban. Well, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, they go with Urban. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Gotta tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
Watch out! Watch out!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. At
their own 24-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Man over the middle, and it's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. In motion, the tight end. A play fake, now Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Black 40. Fury, yellow. Needle, blue.
They'll throw again. Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Come on, set. Yes, ready, ready. Sit, mega. Set.
Young to throw it. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Young working out of the gun. His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go now.
Back to throw again. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal, Carolina.
50, green. Ready.
Young. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Blue, set.
A carry here for Trevor Etienne. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jatavion Sanders from 4 yards out. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
The point after is good. And the lead's down to 24.
Panthers 14. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
There's no rest in my
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the fourth. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
180!
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Hurry, hurry! 180! Stop! Stop!
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Regular! 180! What's that?
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
180! What's that? What's that?
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
What's that?
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! 220! What's that?
Now Mayfield. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Amy Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked in in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Blue strike. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Young. That one complete to Luger. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Red cycle. Ready.
Young to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Kalijah Cansey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. This whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Tampa Bay, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they're going the wrong way as